But come to find out, she was pregnant, and she was, just like she always is, fun, loving, adorable. And my son calls me one day at work, and he says, "Mom, check your text messages." And I'm like, "What?" And I'm still trying to figure out this cell phone thing that my kids are trying to teach me about. I'm like, "Do what?" And he's like, "Just check your phone." And I'm like, "Okay." So I had the people at work help me, and he took a picture of the first puppy that was born. And I'm like, "Oh my God." So I call him back, and I'm like, ask him what's going on. And I call Mike at work, and I say, "Mike, she's in labor. We have to get to her. She needs us." And since my husband, was only about 20 minutes away, where I was an hour away, he got there first. Well, our female soon developed some complications, and he took her over to the vet. And one complication led to another complication, and they went to do a C-section to get the babies out. And they told us not to worry about it. They said, "Just come back, and it'll be okay. She'll be out. The puppies will be fine." When we came back, the vet said that she didn't make it. As soon as they gave her the anesthesia, her heart rate spiked, and unfortunately it ended her life. And the vet proceeded to ask us if we wanted her puppies. And my husband, without even thinking or looking at me, we both just said yes. And I said that I wanted to see her. So they took us in a room, and they gave us all the puppies, and they explained that, they're not going to make it. And I held on to Buddy. And I made a promise. I promised her that I would love her. And by showing my love to her, that I'd make sure that each one of these babies made it, no matter what I had to do. I vowed to I vowed to her that they would live, every one of them. I didn't care what the vet said. They were her children. And they deserved to know how much she loved them, and how she gave her life for them, and how she would have done anything for them. The least thing I could do was everything I could to give them a chance. Because Buddy gave me a chance. Well, the vet gave us a little box, and we put all 5 little puppies in there. We lost one. And we go to take them home, and I tell my children that we lost Buddy. And they were just filled up and crying like we were. And our male dog was very afraid of the puppies when we got them home. He just was like, "Oh no, I'm going the other direction." But yet every time when he heard a little noise in the box, he came and got us, like, "Come pay attention, hello, they're doing something in there." And my husband now, my boyfriend then, Mike, says, "Don't name them, don't get attached, they might not make it." I said, "Well, we got to figure out how to keep track of when we feed them and when we do this stuff, because they have to eat." And so we drew this little chart on a piece of paper, and he named them Big Spot, Little Spot, Big Neck, Little Neck, and Polka Dot. That's descriptive. I'm like, I can tell them apart by that description. He goes, "Well, there's a description for you." I'm like, God. I'm looking at these things like, what the heck is he talking about? Well, a couple days later, I had them all named. And I named every single one of them for what we needed to get through. It was faith, love, courage, hope, and of course, the infamous Rolly. Granted, that name doesn't go with all the other ones. But if you met Rolly, you'd understand. He was the first one born. And he was just like his mom. He looked like her, just like a spitting image of her. And I quickly became so attached to him. But I became attached to all of them. And the people at my work helped me, and there was 2 children that were friends of mine that came over and helped us. It seemed like around the clock, every 2 hours, we were trying to feed 5 little puppies with a bottle. And we had to be like dogs to teach them how to pee and poo and do all this stuff. And the vet's trying to explain what we need to do with these puppies and how we have to keep them alive. And really, it was a united effort for these babies. Everybody just came together. And the people that I worked with, there was this dog that was on all these talk shows that it sounded like the dog was saying, "I love you." Oh boy. Well, considering I was classifying these my miracle babies, and everybody was calling them miracle puppies because they were doing so well, I started to teach the one named Courage. I would sit him up on the little thing, and I'd sit there and talk to him and say, "Okay, we're going to practice how to talk." Like I could teach a dog how to talk. And I would go, "I love you." And I would sit there imitating this dog that I saw on TV to this other puppy that was only a couple weeks old. And he just looked at me like I had 3 heads. And I probably did. But the things that we do, you know, just to share so much love and connection with them. The one girl that came over fell in love with Hope. And she just was so attached to Hope. And when it came time that they were old enough to go, how could you say no? I mean, we could have never have made all 5 puppies live through what they've lived through without the assistance of everybody. So Hoopie went to live with the little girl and her family, and we have regular routine contact with them and see them, and that was excellent for them. And Courage, well, he found a wonderful home too. And he, believe me, if you met Courage, you would know that he needed a special home. See, Courage learned really quickly how to hog the food bowls. And believe me, when you see the pictures, he's the one out like this, licking the food with the whole face and body in the food. Didn't know how to share. And he went to a very special home. And we explained to her that you have to be careful because he likes to eat and eat and eat. And we were always afraid because his belly would get so big that I swear it was going to bust. I'm like looking and you watch his belly grow, 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 grow. And it's like, oh no, no more food. No more food for you. Oh, Courage was so funny with that food bowl.